it's a great place to work, right? You're surrounded by dedicated people who love what they do, and we're serving the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. You gotta love it. We're bringing brands to the province that we're proud of, we'd use personally, so it really makes us really happy to be able to share that throughout the province. I think what's unique is our connection to the province, to the people we serve, and where we live. At the end of the day, all the equipment we sell is meant to keep the province moving.
Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. What an absolute pleasure it is to be here. Beautiful Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador. And of course, I'm here with the municipalities, Newfoundland and Labrador. This is their 75th anniversary, and I can tell you what a show. This is great conversations happening. Thank you to our good friends at Harvey Co. for bringing this entire conversation alive. They understand that everybody's voice matters and everybody needs to be heard. And on that note, why don't you introduce yourself, sir? Tell us what you do.
I'm Craig Scott. I am the Urban Municipalities Director with Municipalities of Newfoundland and Labrador, and I am the Mayor of the town of Torbay here in Newfoundland and Labrador.
That's fantastic. Okay, talk to me about your portfolio within Municipalities Newfoundland and Labrador. What are you responsible for?
So I'm representative of the 23 largest municipalities in the province. So the urban, what they would define as the urban municipalities, so 3,000 and more.
Okay.
So there's 23 of those, I believe, in the province, and that's who I run.
Right. Now, there'd be a lot of similarities between each one of those municipalities. Tell me, what kind of things are you focusing on?
So, right now, I guess we've been focused on fiscal capacity of municipalities. We talk a lot about housing right now and funding and how that's going to go. We talk about policing, a lot of the things that affect smaller towns as well, but the larger towns have the capacity and the ability. And when I say that, I mean in terms of professional staff that we have the capacity to be able to delve a little deeper into these things. And oftentimes, our group, our committee, and therefore our communities, which include everything from the city of St. John's down to, I'm not sure which is the smallest of our group, but we would take specific issues for MNL and try and work through them, come to some kind of recommendations or resolutions or best practices, and then we will kind of move that out to everyone.
Right.
So we have the ability and the capacity to be able to look deeper into these things and find out what works, what don't, and then share that information back through and with everybody in the group. Right. So it's pretty good.
A lot of innovative people in the room. There's a lot of creative people, and there's a lot of collaboration. That's got to be beneficial to your work.
There is, and I think that one of the things that we find is when we're working on larger projects, because a lot of our communities deal in multi-year capital works type funding as opposed to the small towns that get different types of funding, and we run into similar roadblocks and similar problems, and we're able to share that information with each other, and then try and find some best practices and what works best. How can we save money here, and where can we get the best bang for our buck here? Is this the right way to do stuff? So, it's that type of collaboration that really makes MNL a valuable organization, because not only are we representing those larger towns, but there's people that sit around the board table representing all aspects and all the regions of the province, and we get to share that information, and then our staff at MNL take that, run with it, and make it part of our advocacy and work with the provincial government and the federal government on those things and try and move them forward. So it's a big circle.
Yeah. Speaking of provincial and federal government, I mean, both levels of government have fresh mandates ready to step out. What would you tell them that they should understand and know about municipalities, Newfoundland and Labrador, particularly on the urban portfolio?
I think that for me and for us, I think that the other levels of government, and I know they know this, but I don't know that they understand it as much as they should, is that typically we are the ones that are dealing with issues on the ground, and our residents don't care whose responsibility it falls under.
Right.
They don't care if it's a federal thing or a provincial jurisdiction, but we are the easiest to get a hold of. We are people's neighbors or their friends. They reach out to us because we're the first line of their defense, I guess. But we don't have the resources to be able to do that. And I think that, things like housing and drug addictions and these type of things that are happening in our communities, we really have no power over, but we're trying. We try to create the perfect opportunities to be able to build and fund types of housing. Not fund it, but create programs where we can make the proper circumstances, the right zoning, those type of things that are within our control. We are not going to go out and build homes because we just can't do that, we can't manage it. But I think that the federal government needs to recognize that and funnel more money towards us to be able to do those things. They're setting the mandate. They're saying, we're going to build 50,000 homes and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. The last time I looked, I have never seen the boundaries of a federal municipality. All the municipalities are local.
Yeah.
And they're all controlled by councils.
Right.
But the other levels of government kind of dictate to us the things that are their priorities, and we have to try to implement them, but we don't necessarily have the resources to be able to do it. So there has to be more collaboration there, I think, and we're always open to that. And I think that as time goes by, it seems more and more things are getting laid on our lap to deal with, and particularly drugs in communities, crime, these type things that are really not in our control, but they're affecting our residents and they affect us. And we all want to live in safe communities, and I think that if we could separate who's responsible for what and be able to direct the resources more focused, then we'd probably have better results instead of people not knowing who's responsible to do what.
Right.
I think that's a good problem.
That's a great answer, and the collaboration needs to be there, the conversation, and certainly if you're going to be asked to do things, then that has to come with resources to get it done, right?
Yeah.
Appreciate your conversation. I appreciate your leadership, not only within the municipalities group, but in the town of Torbay. I'm sure they appreciate you too, Your Worship. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's a great place to work, right? You're surrounded by dedicated people who love what they do, and we're serving the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. You gotta love it. We're bringing brands to the province that we're proud of, we'd use personally, so it really makes us really happy to be able to share that throughout the province. I think what's unique is our connection to the province, to the people we serve, and where we live. At the end of the day, all the equipment we sell is meant to keep the province moving.